Display capture. Man, what's going on in here?
Right? When you're in a loving relationship with, to support that person in becoming the strongest core, looking at that person, what Viktor Frankl is saying here is that true love is seeing the strongest version of someone in them, their innermost core, looking at that person and seeing all they can be, and then centering your purpose for that person around serving them to become that. Giving all you have to support that person in becoming the strongest version of themselves. That is your only objective. You're not in charge of her. You don't own her. When you love someone, you don't own them. See, that's a big mistake that we have. Even with regard to marriage, I'm married, but I don't own my wife. Right? When you're in a loving relationship with someone, you don't own that person, and that person doesn't own you. What you've decided to do is to support each other in becoming stronger versions of each other. You've decided to open your hearts up so that you can see each other at their inner core. Her at her inner core and you at your inner core, and then do everything in your life, everything in your power to show back that person a mirror reflection of the beauty that you see in them, the strongest version that you see in them, and then doing everything that you can to help bring that out of that person. Right? That's your only objective. It's not to snuggle and cuddle and hold on to and schmoopy, moopy, moopy, and own that person, make that person a plaything for you, because that's what we do. That person tickles me in a particular way that makes me feel good. And then, you know, eventually that tickling goes away and like you're no longer in love, right? The fact is that the real truth of a mature relationship is not in ownership, it's in support of the other person. Now, if you truly love her, right? And I'm asking you to do a number of things here. You've got to go in, become introspective, become a stronger version of yourself first. That's always first. Become a stronger version of yourself. Knuckle up. Knuckle up. Become stronger. And it doesn't mean become callous. It doesn't mean become cold. It doesn't mean become hard. It doesn't mean stuffing your tears in. It means become very subjective. Become very self-reflective. Become very aware of what's going on inside you. Become very self-aware. That's what this is, my invitation is always about here, guys. It's going in and figuring out who you are, what you're all about, that strongest version of yourself, so that you can see it and make that come out, right? You've got to do that first. This might be a good opportunity for you to take a few weeks and say, you know what, babe, you're right. I need to do some of that also, right? You don't want to be that needy partner. It's like, no, baby, don't leave me, right? Because she'll resent you even more. You need to actually do what she's doing, and it's to go in and figure some shit out where you can become stronger, right? She's showing you a weakness in you right now by leaving you and you feeling all this vulnerability. That needs to be patched up. And then support her in becoming the strongest version of herself, regardless of what that looks like. See, a lot of times we want them to look like a particular image of a stronger version of themselves that we've made up. And the way that is going to happen, the path towards becoming the strongest version of the fucking image you have in your head, we like to make up. But if you really love a person, you've got to let them go to travel the path that their heart is taking them on and to become that which their heart desires. It's going to be very different for every single person. It's going to be tremendously different for every single person. No two people are going to experience the same path, and no two people are going to have the same end. But if you truly love someone and you see that they're doing it through purity of purpose and groundedness, right? See, a lot of you guys are too, I use the term immature because it's just a misunderstanding. You don't understand Elliot Holst when he says, follow your heart, or invite other people to follow their hearts. There's a difference between allowing someone to follow their hearts that's a pure calling, that's grounded, and someone who's hysterical. And it's like, you know, if she decides, like, I just want to, like, kill raccoons and live in a makeshift cardboard box, right? That's like, okay, babe, that's probably a little bit neurotic. There's something else going on there. Let's talk, right? But then again, I don't know. You've got to sense these things. You got to sense these things. You've got to get in touch with that person's inner core And if you feel that she's moving from her inner core on a journey that's going to support her in becoming the strongest version of herself, dude, you gotta let go. You totally gotta let go. And if she comes back, that means you were meant to be on the journey further along together. You gotta separate. You gotta separate to come back together again. You gotta grow stronger as individuals to come together again as a unit. Right? You don't want a needy bitch on your hands, and she doesn't want a whiny pussy, right? Lack of a man on her hands. You both need to become stronger versions of yourselves. And that happens independently. It doesn't happen together. Support her the best you can. If supporting her basically means leave her alone, don't contact her like she's asking you to, that's fine. The care in your heart will allow you to do that. Maybe watch her from afar. Say prayers, right? That might sound strange. Say fucking prayers, right? Who the hell tells you to say prayers, right? I'm not even a Christian. I'm telling you to say some fucking prayers. Get on your hands and knees. Because that is an energetic expression of love. That is you sharing, expressing, and reaching out that feeling that you have to her without actually being there with her. Send her good vibes. That's another way to say it. Meditate on her. Okay? And that's it, man. That's the best you can do, right? Toughen up and say some prayers. Peace.
Done.